And this week, sort of the theme we're working on in our classes is embracing change and staying open to that change. And so what we're going to be within this restorative class, last week we worked a lot sort of on the lower body and the hips and thighs. And this week we're going to focus a little bit more on sort of heart openers, so opening through the chest. This will probably feel really good, Emma, from, all of holding baby and feeding baby. And one of the goals of restorative yoga is really sort of this groundingness and finding this ability to release and relax. So it's very important to have pillows because we want to really try to stop the body from doing and get ourselves into this nice relaxive state. And this can be very challenging. This was always very challenging for myself. It's still something that I struggle with. And so if you find that, when you're in the postures and it's a little bit long and you maybe get some monkey mind going in, a great way to do that is kind of to return to the breath and just kind of focus on sort of the inhales and exhales and working to invite change within this practice as well, because it's a very different practice than the kind of yoga styles that we're used to, where we're moving and very focusing sort of on the pose and the flow and very active. So here it's sort of the art of not doing. And with this becomes a lot of benefits, because with the different emotions and the different fears and the different stresses that we tend to hold within the body and within the muscles, when we can kind of get into this nice relaxed state, it is in sort of this, let's say, letting go, that the body can relax and tend to sort of release maybe things that we're holding on to. And as we know, generally we don't invite change into our lives. Why? Because we like to hold on to the things that we don't want to let go of. Whether these are fears, whether this is control, that's my big one that I deal with a lot with Leo is, I want to be in control. And, he's teaching me every day that I just, with him, I'm not. He is him. He's his own little being. And I got to find that sweet balance of being a mother, but as well, definitely not creating a mini me. We don't need any more me's out here, but embracing him, to grow his way. So exactly, opening ourselves up to release, to let go, and in that sense, making space for change. So we're going to begin breathing. I have my timer this time, so we won't lose track of time. And we're going to start with our equal breathing, so seated. And if there's any tightness in the hips, feel free to grab a blanket or one of your pillows and just sit up on that to create a little space so the hips gently come forward. We're probably going to breathe for about 4 to 5 minutes. And so just really kind of getting yourself into a comfortable position. And then as well, if anytime you're not comfortable, please feel free to, wiggle your legs out to make any small movements or adjustments that you might need. And then closing the eyes, letting the palms rest gently on the thighs. Feeling the sit bones ground into the earth. Just feeling all of the parts of the legs, feet, ankles, anything that is connecting with the ground below. And really just feel yourself sort of merging into the ground. And with the inhales, as the base solidifies, you begin to extend up through the spine. Feeling a gentle lengthen happen between each and every vertebrae. letting the crown reach up towards the ceiling. And we just begin to notice our surroundings, noticing any sounds, any smells, any sensations on the skin. And just moving the awareness to the breath at the tip of the nose. Feeling cool air come in when you inhale. Warm air coming out as you exhale. Just seeing what is your natural ebb and flow right now in this moment. Realizing how with every breath we take, it's a new beginning, new breath of life, fresh oxygen entering into our bodies. And with every exhale is an opportunity to relax, release, let go a bit more. Noticing where the breath flows within the body as you breathe in. Noticing the parts of the body that soften and relax as you breathe out. Next, inhale with awareness. Move the breath down into the belly, inflating the belly, chest, and ribs. Exhaling, seeing if we can soften the shoulders down away from the ears a little bit more. Inhale, moving the breath into the front side of the body, belly, chest, and ribs. Exhaling, relaxing any tension we're holding within the lower back. Inhale, moving the breath into the front side of the body. Exhaling, releasing any tension within the hips. Maybe the thighs drop a little more towards the floor. And just taking a few breaths like this, noticing any parts of the body, holding any tightness or tenderness, and using the exhales to release and relax just a little bit more. Just taking a moment now to notice the space at the top of the breath. Right after you inhale, that sweet stillness before you begin to exhale. Noticing the little space, the gap right at the end of the exhale before bringing in fresh oxygen, new life. And just giving yourselves a few breaths to explore this space, this transition before each inhale and before each exhale. And after the next exhale, just gently open the eyes. So let the gaze be soft. We're going to come down into a supported corpse pose, supported shavasana. So we'll bring a bolster or a pillow. And we're just going to place that behind the lower back. So making that connection right here behind the spine, and then we're going to let ourselves just lie back over. If we don't have a bolster, you'll just stack up your pillows right behind you and let yourselves lie back and let the feet extend out. Just whatever feels natural. Let the toes roll out, the heels gently roll in. The arms fall out to the sides with the palms facing up. And begin to feel this gentle opening here through the chest, through the shoulders. Once again, closing the eyes. And just taking any last adjustments to let the body relax and release just a little bit more. Feeling the back of the head sinking into your pillows. Feeling a heaviness within the body, grounding. And with every exhale, seeing if you can relax and release and just give in to the support of the earth below. And staying here with your breath for a few minutes. And we're slowly going to bend the legs so the base of the feet come onto the floor. The knees are up towards the ceiling. And with the support of our hands, we're going to push ourselves up to seated. And then we're going to let our legs come out in sort of a S shape. So the left leg will fall down, and we want the heel in line with the knee in line with the hip. And then from the right foot, the right knee will come out from the hip, and the foot will be underneath the knee. And you might want to add a little bit more height onto your bolster by adding some pillows. And what we're going to do is we're just going to then lay, so we'll have the bolster and the pillows up against the left side of the body. And keeping our legs in that position, we're going to lay down over the bolsters. So find what height feels good for you. If it feels good to be nice and low to the floor, you can keep this position very low. If it feels like you want a little bit more space, please add as many pillows as you want before draping yourself over, letting the arms rest, and let the left ear come down to the pillow or bolster. Once again, just taking a moment to make any small adjustments that the body's asking you to make. And finding the ability to just release and let go a little bit more within the pose. And with the next exhale, you'll gently press the hands into the mat to begin to lift your body up. And you'll place one pillow to the left side, and you want to grab another pillow and put that out to the right. As we shift our knees back up towards the ceiling, we're going to bring the base of the feet together now and let the knees fall down towards the floor, so we're in sort of our butterfly position. And we're just going to use these pillows to help support under the outer thighs. And just with the pillows there, it still gives the body enough weight to where we can go more into the pose as the body opens, as opposed to having sort of that pressure from the earth pulling us down. And we're going to pull our pillow or our bolster back again behind the spine. And we're going to lay back once again. And letting the arms out to the sides. If you want to move the arms, you can also play with bringing the arms up to cactus. So bringing the arms into sort of a goalpost figure. That might feel a little bit too intense. It's definitely more of a stretch. You can play with just having the arms out to a T or bringing them just sort of at whatever position feels good for you when you're doing this. So finding where you want to place the arms, making any small adjustments within the legs as well. You might want to bring the heels closer to the pelvis. And then once you've found your sweet spot for this moment, using the next exhales to relax the body. Taking another moment to scan, noticing any spots you're maybe holding on, gripping, and relaxing just a little bit more. After the next exhale, you can bring the arms down to help bring the knees back up towards the ceiling. We're going to keep the spine down on our pillow or bolster, and you're going to move the feet out to about mat width apart, and then you're going to let the knees fall inwards. So internally rotating the thighs, the knees are coming towards each other. So if it feels better, you can even pull the feet outwards a little bit more. And then we're going to bring our arms around and just let the left or the right, whichever one, be on top and sort of giving yourself a hug. We'll do both sides, so it doesn't matter. Put whatever arm first on top that feels right for you. And then after you do the hug, place it so where your arms are reaching back for the shoulders, but then where you can relax and release the shoulders back. Once again, taking any little adjustments that you need. The next exhale, we'll just switch the arms. So letting the arms really lengthen out wide again. You can stretch them out to a T, give them some nice length, maybe taking a breath here into the chest. And then bringing the opposite arm over on top of the other. Palms reaching around for the shoulder blades. Taking a moment to relax again the shoulder blades down from the ears. Taking any micro adjustments the body's asking you to make before settling back in. After the next exhale, releasing the arms again, letting them go out wide, maybe reaching them up. Giving yourself a nice little stretch before bringing the arms back down, and with the support of the hands, sitting back up, bringing the knees back up, and this time we're going to do deer pose to the other side. So we're going to let that left knee fall out to the side. So we're in our sort of S pose, this one here, but facing the opposite direction. So the right knee will be coming out in front of the right hip, the left hip out from the right knee, or the right knee out from the left hip. Left foot underneath the knee, right foot underneath the knee. So the right shin is parallel. Bring that bolster and pillow in to the right hip. Maybe we place another pillow or two. Stack up however high you want before laying over. And extend through that right side body. So give yourself some nice length before resting the right ear down. Once again, just finding a space that's comfortable for the arms to rest. Taking a few breaths to just move the body. Getting yourself comfortable. And begin to relax into the mat just a little bit more. And after the next exhale, pressing into the mat with your hands. Removing any pillows over to the side. We're going to shift back onto the tailbone, so knees up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to let the legs straighten down towards the earth. We're going to move our bolster or pillows in front, and we're going to come into a restorative forward fold. Now, if your pillows aren't very sturdy and they can't support the forehead, you can just let the hands sort of drop maybe to the thighs, shins, or even onto just the earth in front of you, and you can just drop the chin to the chest. And you can kind of have your hands to support, but you don't want the hands to do too much. You don't want to be supporting yourself too much in the arms. Otherwise, if you have a bolster, we just sort of put it at this angle with whatever feels comfortable, and let the forehead just rest into that. Let the legs relax. So just let the legs fall out wherever they do. Closing the eyes once again. Slowly just relaxing into the pose. Taking a couple of breaths to scan the body. Scan the face, neck, shoulders, hips, thighs, all the way down to the ankles, feet, and toes. And see where the body is inviting you to release just a little bit more. And after the next exhale, slowly opening the eyes. Gently moving yourself back, releasing the pillow or bolster. And we're going to bring it behind the back once more, coming right behind the sacrum. Using the help of the hands to just lift the knees up towards the ceiling. And we'll bring the feet closer together and just get another pillow and rest that under the knees. And we're just going to come into another supported Shavasana for the last pose. So let there be a nice gentle bend in the legs. Let the toes fall out. Legs can be however separate as feels nice. And you'll just let yourself lay back once again over the pillow or pillows. Letting the arms fall out to the sides with the palms facing up. And just taking a couple of breaths to move any part of the body that is asking to be moved a little bit differently. To let it relax and let the body release into the floor for the final resting pose today. Once again, doing this body scan, just maybe starting from the top of the head, through the facial muscles, the jaw, letting the eyeballs sink back into the eye sockets, heavy. Letting the tip of the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing through the throat. Releasing the chest, shoulders, arms, wrist palms, and fingertips. Letting everything go. Relaxing all of the muscles up and down the spine, all the levels of the core, letting the glutes, hips, thighs, everything relax 1% more. Softening the knees, the calves, the shins, the ankles, feet, and toes. Taking one more nice long exhale, relaxing the whole body just a little bit more, melting into the floor. Just begin now to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe doing some nice rolls with the ankles and the wrists, or giving yourself a nice stretch. Taking a moment to do any movements the body's asking you to make. So maybe removing the pillow, maybe letting the knees fall left and right, maybe gentle twists. And whenever you're feeling ready, slowly rolling off the pillows, either to the left or the right, coming into a side laying position with the knees curled in. Just taking a couple of breaths here, feeling yourself come back into the body, onto the floor. Whenever you're feeling ready, slowly pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. You can let the eyes remain closed. We're going to close with a few more rounds of breath. So slowly coming back up, maybe using your hands to remove the flesh from beneath the sit bones so they can ground into the earth once again. Taking a moment to settle into that connection, let the spine lengthen, growing the crown towards the ceiling. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. And just noticing again now the breath. Noticing how it's changed. Begin to follow it once again, giving yourself permission, allowing yourself to explore these spaces, this stillness, the silence between the inhales and exhales. And now we'll take a nice long inhale in through the nose. Loud audible exhale out through the mouth. Letting the lips close, we'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Begin to rub the palms, creating heat and energy. Cupping them now over the eyes, blinking the eyes open a few times. Running the palms up over along the head, neck, shoulders. Just giving yourself a nice little squeeze or healing touch along any part of the body that is asking to receive. And finally, placing your hands down onto the ground, into the earth. Sharing your practice, releasing, letting go of anything you'd like to let go of in this moment. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.